So question number 4, Amy,
Okay.
is what is the worst sex advice anyone ever gave you?
Fake it to get it over with.
Did
I
somebody
know.
actually say that to you?
Yeah, fake it to you're like,
Wow.
if you aren't feeling, just fake it to get it over with. And I know we're going to dive into this too, but this is about the worst sex advice you can get, period, because, and there's so many reasons why people fake and things like that. If you're faking to get it over with, first of all, you're teaching that partner that whatever it is that they're doing is good. That feels good to you. And that's giving them bad information. And whether you stay in that relationship or that relationship breaks up and you move on, that person is like, oh yeah, my partner was having lots of orgasms and you weren't. They're taking those faulty skills, moving on with them. You're cheating yourself out of all kinds of fun that you could be having. It is okay if you don't have an orgasm every time you are experiencing, pleasure or having some playtime with a partner. It's good to be having an orgasm at least some of the time, the majority of the time. But if you aren't feeling it, then rather than feeling like you're broken or trying to protect somebody's ego, looking into that and saying, okay, this isn't working for me. Why not? Okay, I'm not having enough arousal. And there's so many different things. I want to start on like episode 1 of this podcast. Don't fake it.
Don't fake your orgasm.
Yes. So, and we'll be talking more about why and how and what to do instead.
Okay. I'm preaching to the choir.
Yeah. What about you? What's the worst sex advice you ever received?
I'm going to tell on myself. When I was going to graduate school, this was 20 plus years ago, they still didn't know a lot about women's anatomy, and we're still learning, right? But still quite a big black hole. And one of the things that I learned in graduate school was that every woman could have a G-spot orgasm.
Mm-hmm.
So then when I got out of graduate school and I started speaking to crowds of people, I told thousands of people that everybody could have a G-spot orgasm. You just have to try harder. You just have to do it the right way. I feel terrible now that we know that not every woman wants or can have a G-spot orgasm. Inadvertently in my career, I've given out some pretty bad advice, but it was what we knew at the time. I'm sorry to all those people who made feel like they could do it, but then they couldn't do it, and then they felt bad about themselves. My gosh.
Well, and I think what that speaks to, though, is that, and to your point, this is something that I got a lot of my training to, is until very, very recently, almost all of the studies about human sexuality have really been done on male bodies and how male bodies work. And the expectation is that women's sexuality is just kind of like a lesser, not so great version of male sexuality, when really they're just two very different things. They operate in different ways, and you need a different understanding of that, sharing that information based on what we had then. And now we know more because we have, better imaging. We've got, all sorts of, more studies and things that are coming out, and more research is needed too. I mean, we are still, just like the clitoris, we're still just on the tip of the iceberg as far as I'm concerned.
Find out this and so much more by subscribing to the Sensational Sxx Podcast. And please grab our free gift to you. Links will be in the description. And if you like this podcast, then make sure to check out this next one coming up.